Welcome back to The Takeout. FBI Director Kash Patel testified before a Senate committee today about the killing of Charlie Kirk. Democratic senators sparred with him about that and several other issues. Scott MacFarlane with me again. I'm always happy to have you with me, Scott. What happened?
Well, if you wanted to watch Kash Patel answer questions about Jeffrey Epstein, about the Charlie Kirk assassination investigation, and about the firings inside the Department of Justice, you could have done that for 4 hours today, because that's what was happening at the Senate Judiciary Committee, this marathon hearing, question after question. He made a little bit of news on the Jeffrey Epstein matter under questions from Republicans. Kash Patel says there is no list of people to whom Jeffrey Epstein trafficked young women and girls. No cohorts, no others involved. That's going to raise questions about what's actually in those Epstein case files and whether there really is any there. With regard to the firings, there are 2 more fired FBI agents who came out today and publicly said they were wrongfully fired, that it was not done according to procedure. Kash Patel defended some of the broader firings, saying these are people who were not ready to serve the FBI or fully ready to continue serving the FBI.
I want to play some sound from Kash Patel's testimony before the Senate Judiciary Committee. This is an interaction with Peter Welch, Democrat from Vermont.
In my commitment to work with the public to help identify subjects and suspects, I put that information out. And then when we interviewed him, I put out the results of that. And could I have been more careful in my verbiage and included an A subject instead of subject? Sure, in the heat of the moment, but I was doing the best I could.
In all candor, I don't quite get that, because if we have our man, that would suggest to the public that everybody can rest and relax.
Scott, that's reference to what the FBI director put out on social media in the chaotic moments after the shooting. Walk us through that.
The social media post from the initial hours of the search has caused some concerns about that the FBI director should be posting such things as a practice. Should you be on social media announcing things ahead of local law enforcement, or even doing it on social media in the first place, knowing that social media isn't always a place to avoid misinformation? But in this case, he said a subject was in custody with relation to the shooting. 90 minutes later, he had to shift it to say that person has been released. He was hit again and again today with questions about whether that gave people a false sense of security.
There was also a very fiery exchange between the FBI director and the New Jersey Democratic Senator Cory Booker over a range of things. This soundbite we're going to play for you now was about moving people around within the FBI to different tasks. Let's listen.
The premise of what you say is entirely false.
Have there been any FBI agents who investigate foreign domestic terrorism?
You don't get to say the America is not safer under this leadership.
I am not saying
America
that.
is safer because of the work of the FBI.
You're making a presumption of premise.
4,700 children.
Sir,
we have seized 6,000 weapons and 23,000 violent felons have been arrested.
That FBI agents who investigate human trafficking have been reassigned to immigration enforcement.
This went back and forth.
Yeah, he wasn't the only one to ask about the reallocation of resources. They have fired some of the most senior experienced people inside the FBI in recent months, and they've reassigned others, some out of D.C. to field offices, some to different duties. I think the broader question that Kash Patel is going to be asked tomorrow when he faces the House questioning is, are you thinner in the ranks than you need to be at this moment, considering the emerging threats, not just of political violence, but the soaring number of child abuse cases, child sex abuse cases, the concerns about violence involving firearms, fentanyl? Do you have enough bodies in the building? I think that question is going to linger tomorrow because it wasn't declaratively answered today.
Questions linger in this city, especially in matters of this importance. Scott MacFarlane, thank you very much.